that sector was saying that since they're reducing the number of passengers in the matatus or buses, then the passengers will have to bear the cost.
Easy Coach, if I'm to speak specifically for Easy Coach, they haven't increased their prices. As the manager has said, they're keeping things as they are. So there's no increase in the fare prices. But if I'm to speak personally today, as I left home coming here, the prices have been doubled because the matatus carried half the passengers. So I had to pay double the price.
Well, sorry for that, Benha. And finally, in terms of safety measures, yes, they're saying that it's a passenger occupying a seat for 2 people. Is there hand sanitizers for the passengers as they get into the bus, or are they washing their hands? Because they're not the Easy Coach bus station. I've used Easy Coach before. There are places where people can wash their hands.
Definitely. They've put in place all the measures. Actually, all the security personnel here have hand sanitizers, and even for someone like me who's been here, we've been able to, here she is, lady, please show the, so as you can see, hand sanitizer, please. She's a little bit shy to show the hand sanitizer, but they are equipped with hand sanitizers to ensure that people, let's talk to one of the passengers here just to know. As you can see, they're equipped with hand sanitizers, and up to now I've just washed my hands more than 5 times, and I've been here for 30 minutes. Possibly we can talk to one of the Nairobian who's leaving. Why are you leaving Why are you leaving Nairobi?
Hi, I'm leaving Nairobi because I feel like it's really hard in Nairobi. Yeah, in terms of economy, there's no food. Yeah, so you feel like at home it's just safer. Yeah.
And aren't you afraid? Do you think that there's a danger posed to the people in rural Kenya, because Nairobi is the epicenter of the coronavirus, and we're not really being tested enough, we're being screened. So is it not dangerous to leave Nairobi without knowing your state?
Yeah, it's very dangerous, but we're just risking because we feel like home is best. Yeah.
So as you have heard, Nairobians are people taking the risk. They're risking going home even without knowing how their coronavirus status, if I must say, is. And this is the situation in Nairobi. People leaving. All you can do is hope for the best.
And how you've said you've washed your hands 5 times. I wish every Kenyan can be doing that. And I've seen you've used hand sanitizer. Yes. It means, even as journalists, as much as we try to give you more details, what is making the headlines, you're also ensuring that we are there to the measures that have been put in place by the government. Jude Benha, thank you so much for that update. Now let's link up with our reporter Ibrahim Karanje for an update on the measures to stop the spread of coronavirus. Ibrahim Karanje, good morning. So talk to us about the precautionary measures that have been put in place specifically in Nyeri County.
Well, good morning, Brenda. We are coming to you live from the streets of Nyeri, where we are still shedding some more lights on how it is, especially in the transport sector, given that there were those orders given by Health CS in the company of Interior, Principal Secretary Karanja Kivisho and the Inspector General of Police, Hilary Mutiambai, to have these particular orders that have been given by government actually enforced. We saw yesterday the 2 officers, relevant officers, that is PS Interior and the Inspector General of Police, actually stating that officers needed to be brought in, national government administration officers and police officers needed to be brought in to just enforce this. And where we are right now is at the roads, and we have had a complaint, especially from matatu operators, that they are not able to effect the carrying of few passengers. 60% of their passengers, we've seen 14-seater matatu being ordered to carry 8 passengers. They're saying they've not been able to do that because of a competition, an unnecessary competition from unallowed types of motor vehicles. These are Sientas and Proboxes that have actually been carrying passengers here, and to an extent that some Sientas and Proboxes have actually been carrying up to 7 passengers, Brenda, sort of beating the logic of reducing the number of passengers. And as you can see right now, a couple of police officers have been redeployed back to the roads to just ensure that this directive is being followed. I have seen a number of Sientas being stopped, inspections happening, and this cuts across not just the Sientas and Proboxes, but the matatus as well, the number of passengers inside. being checked by the officers. We have also seen efforts with some operators going the extra way of providing hand sanitizers in their matatus. But just look at what is happening. That is a Sienta being inspected by a police officer right now, actually another vehicle that is suspected to be carrying passengers, because it seems now that unscrupulous vehicle owners have turned this into sort of a way to make money. Now that matatus are carrying fewer people and fares have hiked, we are now seeing private vehicles coming in to serve as public vehicles, an illegality in itself. And while they are carrying people as public service vehicles, they are still overloading, like carrying a big number of people, not maintaining the social distance that has been proposed or recommended by the relevant authorities. So this is what is happening. Remember, yesterday we also focused on what was happening on the roads, not just here in Nyeri, but we also focused on what was happening in Nairobi. We focused on what was happening in Kitui and Isiolo counties. That is a story I packaged for our viewers yesterday. Brenda, let's have a look at it. Despite the measures put in place to prevent the spread of the COVID-19, the transport sector is slowly coming to terms with the new directives, especially to reduce the number of passengers ferried at any given time, as well as providing water and hand sanitizers for use. In Nairobi, some matatu operators have complied, despite having been forced to hike fares. The number of commuters travelling to various parts of the country is said to be gradually decreasing. For instance, a shuttle that would normally charge 400 shillings from the capital to Nyeri now charges 600 shillings. The same kind of increase has been witnessed in various routes. The move, however, seems not to be going down well with operators in Kitui, most of whom cite impending losses if they reduce the number of passengers. Passengers who, according to the matatu operators, are unwilling to part with a slightly increased fare. Despite the concerns about the sector, a good number of commuters has, however, embraced basic precautionary measures, with some carrying with them their own hand sanitizers.